So I know a lot of people are going to be watching this video, and there's going to be people that are, top agents, teams, even independent brokerages that are just trying to figure out, what their next step is. They're on the fence where they're at, maybe isn't working, or maybe it is working and they just wonder if there's a better option out there for them. What would your advice be regarding, some fellow top producers out there, regarding EXP?
I think ask the question, right? Like I think it's very easy to get caught up in what you're doing. We get real comfortable and we say, I've heard this, I've heard that. I'm good. I'm kind of good where I'm at. And that was me, man. I mean, I had heard all the things that you ever hear about EXP, and why it wasn't going to work and it wasn't going to be around, and the company, there's no way it could survive the way that they run, and how could they not have offices and all sorts of things. And I believed that for a certain period of time. And then when it came right down to it, when it was time for my business to change and to grow, I just asked the questions. I asked purposeful questions and made my own decisions based on the research that I had done and the people that I knew and the people that I trusted. And it was great, man. It was good to be able to ask questions of people and not immediately feel like people were trying to reel me in. Like it was definitely a road to self-discovery. I think there was that piece where I had some questions asked of me that I really took some time to think about and think over and see if it made sense. But I think you just have to take the step and find out for yourself what the options are and how it works for your team, because everyone's different. Everyone runs their teams differently. Even if someone's just an individual agent, like how does it work for me coming over as an individual agent? Do I want to be on a team? Do I want access to this? So, I mean, you just got to ask the questions and do your own research, and not just rely on what you think a company's reputation is or what you think a company might be doing. I mean, I told you how many times, man, I was ingrained into my brokerage, into my former company. I was the guy that they said is never going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. He's kind of hardcore. He's there for life. And I honestly thought that until about 6 months ago. I really thought, yeah, there's no way. This is where I'm going to go to my real estate grave. It was at my former brokerage. And when it came down time to ask some questions and figure out what was going to be best for me, that was it, man. I reached out to people that I knew and that I trusted. I didn't just randomly hit somebody up online and find out what the deal was with the company. I went through some channels to find people that I knew and said, okay, tell me what the actual story is here. And people were very honest with me about all the good. There's not a ton of bad, but they told me some things that, maybe this isn't for you if you feel this way, or you want to do this, or you want to do that, and really let me make my own decision. That would be my advice. Like, do your own research, really look into what you're doing as your team, understand what your numbers are, and just understand what you're doing, and then see if there are options to make that better. And I think one of the things, our theme for this year is kind of like we have to get comfortable being uncomfortable, because it certainly was a little uncomfortable, but we were just willing to take the step, and that's, here we are.
And that was my experience as well, was that feeling of nobody pressured me to sign a contract or do anything. It was more of, if this is the place for you, here's the info. You go ahead, you make the decision you need to make. And top producers, teams, brokerages, like, they're not going to just move because someone told them they should move. I mean, we have to do our due diligence and figure out what's best for us. So I guess in closing, Corey, I mean, is there anything I didn't ask you that I should have asked that you think would be valuable to share?
No, I mean, I think you did a pretty good job asking some of the questions. I mean, if people decide that they're going to make a move, like, I feel like the first thing you have to understand is like why you're doing it. Like, no one's just arbitrarily making a move. If you're making a move to a different company because you're bored, like, maybe it's not the right time to do that. There has to be a reason that you're doing what you're doing. And for us, it was really just like really exploring what the reasons were. For us, we really were looking for a frictionless environment where we could continue to grow the way that we saw fit. And, you know, we're a month in with the company about, you know, I think we're just under 4 weeks. And so far, everything has been as billed. Everything has been as portrayed. We have an opportunity for frictionless growth, and that is really cool. It's really, really cool to have that opportunity. And that's one of the things that, you know, we talked about. I talked to you extensively about, you know, and you said, you know, if you want to do things in a frictionless way, this is kind of where you want to be. And I said, okay, here we are. And I will say there has been a certain freedom that I felt with my team in that type of environment, to be able to kind of do things. I mean, of course, there's rules and there's things that you need to follow as there is with any brokerage, but overall, man, it's just, it has been a frictionless type of thing, and it's been a purposeful move. And I see some real amazing growth opportunities for our group and for the company on the whole. Honestly, now that I'm here and I understand more about it and what they're doing and some of the cool features that we have, you know, access to. I mean, that express offers program has been unbelievable, having access to that. I didn't have access to things like that before. Learning how to use that, you know, learning some formulas for investment, and I mean, real top-notch type stuff. So yeah, man, this has been good. I think you did a great job asking the questions. Great job.
Nice. And frictionless growth. I haven't heard that one before. I love it. And and I guess, yeah, I mean, if you're out there and you're watching this video and you're looking for some frictionless growth, it might be time to, you know, reach out to Corey. He knows where to get the frictionless growth.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to answer any questions. I feel like I'm a good person to ask things to, because I'm still new enough where I can, you know, really answer things on both sides of the bubble here. So I'm happy to answer any questions from anybody. You know, feel free to friend me, message me, whatever. I'm happy to talk to anybody.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate your time here today, Corey. This was you know, great contribution. I think it helps answer a lot of questions that people have as well. So again, thanks for your time, and have yourself a great evening, man.
Jim, thank you so much. I look forward to continued chats with you, and I appreciate the time.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, live stream is done.
How do we do?
So that was good.
I actually got us to go for a whole 20 minutes too. That was impressive.
That was good.
Impressive.
I'm like 30 seconds and done kind of guy. So.
Well, I'm also long-winded, so maybe it was a good. It
was a good mix.
Well, yeah,
it was about you, not about me. So.
I mean, I thought it was all right. You think it was okay? And I didn't want to talk too much, but I thought it was important to give some details.
No, I think it was great. I think what was really good was like you know, I never thought I was going to go over there, right? Because everyone's like, oh yeah, EXP, whatever. Like, all they want to do is recruit you. And I mean, there are probably some people like that, but honestly, KW people wanted to recruit you too. And Coldwell Banker people want to recruit you. And, you know, Lux people want to recruit you. Like, they all want to recruit. Everybody.
I get calls every day.
Yeah.
Every day, or an email every day from somebody. Yeah. It's the way of the world, honestly.
Yeah.
So,
but
yeah, this was awesome.
Yep. So that was good. It'll be up on the timeline in minutes if you want to, like, in a couple minutes. So once that's up, Corey, if you want to share it, you can share it, and then I'll put it into the Thrive group and stuff.
Cool.
Perfect. Awesome.
All
yeah,
right.
I'm excited to. I'll look out for it and I'll share it as soon as I see it.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Have a great night.
Thanks, you too. Bye.